Welcome to the 1883 Speaker Series. My name is Mike Wozniak. I serve as the Coordinator of Leadership and Program Involvement in Parent Programs Office. Each week we invite a campus or community leader to talk about how today's student can develop their leadership skills, as well as other advice regarding personal and professional development. We hope you learn some valuable lessons in the next 18 minutes and 83 seconds. For today's speaker, please join me in welcoming the CEO of the Energy and Environmental Research Center at UND, Charles Gorecki.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. I appreciate all of you taking time to come out and see me. If you haven't read my bio, my background, I've been here at the University of North Dakota for 16 and a half years. I started here in 2007 after graduating from UND Geological Engineering with my bachelor's degree as a research scientist at the EERC. About 4.5 years ago, I became the CEO of the Energy and Environmental Research Center. And I've given a lot of different talks over those years. I've been privileged to learn and grow and develop at the University of North Dakota over that last 16 and a half years. But actually, this is my first talk specifically on leadership. So when thinking about this talk, thinking about what comes to mind for me when I think about leadership. Of course, I did a lot of reading previously, a lot of reflection. And the first thing that I thought of, what came to mind for me, is really, in life, in general, the great Socrates quote, "Know thyself." Really to have a life where you have meaning, a leadership that has meaning, you really need to know who you are, what drives you, where you come from, understand your background and your skills. So, thinking back to growing up myself, I grew up the oldest of 4 boys. We grew up on a hobby farm in Minnesota. My dad was a dentist. My mom ran the household. We had an acre garden. We had rabbits, chickens. And so at an early age, I learned the value of hard work, ingenuity, adaptation. Actually, for me, early in school, I actually struggled quite a bit with school. And it actually wasn't until 5th grade when they identified the fact that I couldn't read because I had dyslexia. And then getting help from teachers and from my parents about that challenge that I had, was able to adapt and overcome that challenge that I had, and how I learn. And actually using that now as a strength, the fact that I have dyslexia and learned to overcome that. I did a lot better in school after that, focused on biology, grew up interested in science. So after I graduated from high school, I went on to my first attempt at college. But I really didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't apply myself, probably like many of you through your lives, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. After a year, I dropped out of school. I joined the military. I thought, well, that's going to help. That is going to figure out everything for me. I'm going to get these life skills that I need and really be able to figure out who I am and what I want to be when I grow up. So I went through advanced basic training and advanced individual training through the National Guard, came back, and now I'm ready. Tried school again, different college, and just didn't work out for me again. So after a year of going to school, I dropped out again. Had some different odd jobs, kind of wandering through life, eventually moving up to Grand Forks, North Dakota. And then for me, in September 10th of 2001, my dad was tragically killed in a car accident, which you're probably aware that is the day before 9/11. So my entire world was shattered and shaken really to the core, and really made me reflect on who I was, what I wanted to do, what I was going to be. Started to really focus in on those things and reflecting on those experiences, my experiences growing up, experiences that I was going through at the time, and it really set me on a different trajectory. Later, within the next year, I met my future wife, my wife today. I enrolled at UND in geological engineering. I started really focusing in on trying to work on engineering challenges, energy challenges, still not fully understanding what I wanted to do. Later that year, within a year of that, Operation Iraqi Freedom started. And shortly thereafter, I re-enlisted in the Army National Guard, a combat engineer at the time, with North Dakota this time. Continued working on my schooling, and in February of 2004, I actually deployed to Iraq as a combat engineer with the 141 out of Jamestown. Again, learning a lot of skills and experiences from that. Ultimately coming back, renewed focused on school, working really hard at UND, graduating ultimately in September or August of 2007 and starting at the EERC. And I say all these things because we all have things that happen in our lives. We all have challenges, and those challenges don't have to define us. In fact, they don't define us. It's what we learn from those challenges. It's the skills that we develop along the way, the good things, the hard things, that really sets us and defines who we are as people. And so I've learned a lot from those experiences over time. I've learned a lot from UND, and I've been really excited about my career here at the EERC and the University of North Dakota. It gets me to my next point. So through all of that, all of those different things, never stop learning. You're here in this bastion of learning at the University of North Dakota, one of the best places that you can possibly be to learn things. It's not just the formal education that you're receiving here. It's not just the classes that you're taking for the major. Those are important, of course. You're learning great skills there. But it's about the people and the interactions that you have. It's the things that you learn through your travels, through your experiences, that really help define who you are and then help set you on a good path. I really like this quote a lot. I really learn a lot and aspire a lot to the teachings of and speakings of Albert Einstein. Learning is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. So it's not just learning those things, those facts in class. It's really about what they mean and how to apply them in life. And same thing with those experiences that you have in life. I've also chosen to have this picture up because it is Albert Einstein. He's a fantastic thinker and leader. It's in my office, actually. It's a picture of the photo or the drawing that's hanging in my office. And it was given to me by the first person that I ever hired, Dr. Gosheng Liu, or Gavin Liu, and his wife, Dr. Ying Dong. They were the artists that drew this. And the reason I have it up there, again, of course, Albert Einstein, but the things that I learned from the first person that I hired, that this brilliant person having different backgrounds, different skills, our skills complementing each other very well. I learned a lot from Gavin, and I continue to think about what I learned through that experience, and you're going to learn from all those different people around you. So I encourage you, if you are ever a hiring manager, you find yourself in that situation, think about hiring people that have different skills, backgrounds, because that will, together with you, make you better. So that gets me to my next point. Surround yourself with great people, people like Gavin. At the EERC, I'm really privileged to be working with about 270 fantastic engineers, scientists, research support staff, all working together, different backgrounds, bringing different pieces together to solve big challenges. And in your life, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, but I say surround yourself with great people, not just in work, not just in those that you hire, but your friends and your mentors. Seek out good mentors too. Not only did I have great mentors at the EERC in my time at the EERC, but in my professional career, geological engineering, CO2 storage is my area of expertise. I had maybe the audacity to go and seek out the world experts in that topic and try to make them my mentors. And fortunately for me, that exactly happened. Dr. Stefan Bashu is one of my mentors technically, but seek them out. Take an active role in finding those great people and seek them out. Surround yourself with great people. The next thing that I think of is have a vision. We at UND have a fantastic vision to inspire a sense of wonder, a love of discovery, and a commitment to serve. At the EERC, we also have a vision to lead the world in developing solutions to energy and environmental challenges. And I bring up two institutional visions because I think it's important also to associate your vision or yourself with places that have a vision that you connect with. Be at those places where you have a connection to that vision. I mentioned that experience going through the military, going through Iraq, finishing my career. In my interview process at the EERC, when asked why I wanted to work at the EERC, my vision, my thought process at the time, maybe it was just a quick reaction, but I think it's truly what I was feeling at the time was I wanted to work on energy and environmental challenges here in the United States so that my future kids, which I now have, wouldn't have to go halfway around the world to fight for energy security. And apparently that worked. I got hired. But more than that, it's a vision that stayed with me, but it's also continued to evolve. And I think about my personal vision now. I think about a growing planet. We have over 8 billion people on the planet right now, on planet Earth. I think about the field that I'm working on, energy, and the fact that in planet Earth today, we have about a quarter of those people living in energy poverty. And energy poverty being you either do not have energy or you can't afford that energy. So how do we work together to provide clean, reliable, affordable energy to the people of the world? So that's my vision. That's the vision that I have, how it fits with the institution. You need to have a vision too, on whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that grand in that thing, but that's the type of thing I'm talking about. Have a vision. You also need to figure out what those keys to success are. So for the EERC, for us, I already talked about the people. It's those great, diverse sets of people that are going to be part of the key to solving the developing solutions to clean, reliable energy, developing solutions to energy and environmental challenges. It's also our partnerships. So the people that we surround ourselves with are really important, but equally important in this vision is our partnerships. So for the EERC, for the University of North Dakota, it is industry leaders, it is government leaders, non-government organizations, it's other universities. These are keys to success, and then it's our priorities. In our case, to develop those energy solutions, but you need to have these keys to success identified. You need to do that yourself for whatever your vision is. The next thing I think about is having integrity. You need to have a good set of values, and no matter what your vision is, if you don't have integrity, if you're not truthful, if you're not honest, you don't have a good set of values, nobody is going to follow you. I absolutely love this quote by Dwight D. Eisenhower: "The supreme quality for leadership is unquestionable integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, no matter whether it's on a section gang, a football field, in an army, or in an office." So have integrity. Be truthful, be true to yourself, be true to your values and your principles. When I think about that for the University of North Dakota, leads, learning, equity, affinity, discovery, and service. At the EERC, safe, ethical, engaged, effective, professional. Core values also we each need to have, and then as our institutions as well. And I ask you, I look to you, I look to myself, do my core values, my values fit with the institution or organization that I'm with? I feel like mine do. If wherever you're at, you feel like your institution's core values don't meet yours, maybe look at your core values, but probably you need to be someplace else where those values that you hold fit with your institution or organization. And finally, put in the work. None of this comes easy. There's going to be lots of challenges along the way. I also want to say that leadership skills you're not something you're born with. There's something that you learn. These are something you learn through classes, reading, life experiences, but you need to put in the work. I love the quote by Vince Lombardi: "Leaders are made, they are not born. They are made by hard effort, which is the price which all of us must pay to achieve any goal that is worthwhile." So for me, putting in the work, a lot of that is self-reflection. Thinking back to summarizing the talk, self-reflection, thinking about your experiences. They don't have to be the grand life experiences that you had, even the experiences you've had last week. Think about those decisions that you made, those experiences that you had, reflect upon them. Think about maybe if there's a way that you could have done that thing better or differently. Never stop learning. Learning doesn't stop when you get your degree. Learning continues on through your entire life, and you need to take charge of your learning. Like you're doing now, you're going through courses, but you need to continue to always learn. It's essential in anything you do. Certainly in my world in research, we need to be lifelong learners, because how else are we going to be able to solve those big challenges without continuing to learn? Surround yourself with great people. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, had a fantastic quote in "None of us is as good as all of us." There's other variations of that. None of us is as smart as all of us. But by bringing together different people from different backgrounds with different ideas, you're going to be able to solve a lot more things than you would have been able to solve all by yourself. So surround yourself with great people. Have a vision. Have a vision for the future, what you want to do with your life. Have a vision for some change that you want to make. And then have integrity. Have some core values that you stay true to, that who you are. Have that integrity, and then put in the work. So thank you very much.
All right, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming. And thanks to all of you for coming as well. Join us next week for the Dean of the John D. Odegaard School of Aerospace Sciences, Dr. Robert Kraus. Have a great rest of your week.